Here's an example where we will find the area of the shaded segment, this little segment in here. This is going to be a little more tricky to do from area of a segment, but it will involve a couple of ideas. We're going to find the area of the entire sector and the area of the triangle, this little white triangle here, and we're going to subtract those, and that's going to give us the area of the shaded segment from A to B, that little tiny piece. So we'll start off by finding the area of the sector. So remember, it's the arc length divided by 360. Well, the arc length is the same as the central angle measure, which is 60. So we're going to do 60 over 360 times pi times the radius squared. The radius is 18 squared. So let's go ahead and figure out what that is. 18 squared is 324. And so 60 divided by 360 times 324 is 54 pi. Leaving it in terms of pi, 54 pi would be the sector area right here. Now from that, we're going to subtract the triangle. Now the triangle, I'm going to use a trigonometry formula for it. Because remember, this is 18, but so is this side. They're both radiuses. So I can use the formula 1/2 b times c times the sine of a. That came from an earlier lesson. And so that means I can do 1/2 18 times 18 times the sine of 60. Make sure you're in degree mode when you do this. So I've got 0.5 times 60 times 60 times the sine of, oh, that's completely wrong. It's 0.5 times 18 times 18 times the sine of 60. Let me make sure it's written right. 1/2 times 18 times 18 times the sine of 60. That's what I want. And that gives me 140.3. 140.3. And now, because one of these is in terms of pi and one's a decimal, let's just change them all to decimal. So this time I'm going to do 54 pi. There's a pi button on your calculator. 54 pi minus that answer. I have an answer button on my calculator. You probably do too. And if I see what that equals, I get 29.35. 29.35. And that's an area. It's a tiny piece there. It's an area in inches squared. So my segment should be 29.35 square inches.